Farah here from our still empty studio, and I hope you enjoyed the last two practices. And the last one with me was one breath, one movement, so really sweaty and up tempo. And today we're gonna work on the completely other side, is holding poses, really working on strength for half an hour, working up towards a peak pose that we normally do in our vinyasa flow. But now, because I explained more in the vinyasa flow, because I didn't want you to hurt yourself, to make sure that I explained everything, well, I had to cut that part out. And but we're gonna do it today. And that peak pose is working towards the, I don't even know the name of the pose, so if you have suggestions, we can of course play with that. So the peak pose is, I'm first going to show and then we're going to start, so you know what we're working up to. It's getting up on one leg and then coming down with the one holding the other one up. This is what we're going to work towards too. Now, of course, if you feel like, oh, this is never going to work, that's perfectly fine, because it's still a nice workout, building up strength and creating more flexibility, a little bit of nice twists. So just join and let's see how far we can get. And if you've been to my classes, you know that I don't like core work exercise, but I really love it because it helps us to center and to keep the warrior poses better. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start on our backs with a couple of nice deep in breaths and deep out breaths. And go to your normal breath. Just breathing in and out, focusing on the breath. Let's see if we can activate our body first. So we're going to start contracting the toes, contracting your feet, really squeeze them together, hold here. Still trying to, even though you're trying to squeeze your toe, keep on breathing, nice and relaxed breaths. And breathe out, relax the toes. Keep on breathing your normal breath, maybe deepen it a little bit more. Now we're going to move on to contracting our calves. So maybe other parts contract as well when you're contracting your calves, but we're focusing on the calves, really trying to contract them as much as possible. Holding, keep on breathing. The practice is about keep on breathing while you're contracting, holding on to difficult poses, or so that also in normal life, when you tense up, you still practice on still trying to breathe, and breathe out, relax the calves. Now we're going to move to the upper leg. So first, a couple of deep breaths. Relaxing the toes and the calves down. And then see if you can contract your upper legs, contracting your glutes, holding on here. Nice deep breaths while you're contracting your upper legs, you're contracting your glutes, squeezing them really as much as you can, but keep on breathing. Try to, I always have troubles with that, relax your face. And relax everything down again. So what you almost want to feel is no difference between when you're contracting and relaxing and your breath. So your breath is constant and almost doesn't try to change. At least that's what we're practicing, trying to work towards to. Can you imagine it not working immediately? Now we're going to contract our core. So see if you can squeeze your core as much as possible. Now this is really a hard place to breathe. Let's go back from this, because I want to let you know the difference between contracting the core, pulling the belly button in. So let's focus on that first. Breathing in, pull the belly button in. Pulling the belly in, as if you want to try to get it towards your spine as much as possible. Still breathing deep. Or that you really want to squeeze your core. So it's more of an hardening it than it's pulling it in. So we're not trying to pull it in, we're just trying to harden it as if something is pushing upon it, and we're trying to push back. So let's try that. Contract it, hold it. And relax. Then we're going to contract our hands, squeeze, make fists or anything that works for you in contracting, and the rest of your arms. So contract your whole arms, your hands, your fists, and keep on breathing. And breathe out, relax the arms down. Now we're going to move to the chest and the shoulders. And with the shoulders, I really want you to push them into the floor and contract the chest instead of pulling the shoulders up. So even though we're contracting, never want to pull the shoulders up, shrug. We just want to push them into the ground. Feel strong, contract, breathe. And relax down. If you want to sigh, that's always, of course, fine. But then go back to your in breathing and out breathing, long breaths through the nose. Now we're going to go to the last part, and that's contracting your whole face, holding it. And when we're done with the video, you can reverse it back to see how my face looks when I'm contracting. I'm doing it with you guys. So we'll see if you can contract every part in the face, still breathing softly. And relax the face down. Now, if you want to share your contract faces later with me, I would love that. Please send them in. Now let's go back to the deepened breath. Just holding it there. And you can do this exercise because this is a video. I'm going through it a little bit faster, but go through it every part of the body, 5 breaths for yourself. Relaxing down 5 breaths, contracting 5 breaths again in the other part. And just like we're contracting it now, we're going to keep on contracting in active poses. So we build up strength for our peak pose. Now from here, opening up the eyes. See if you can bring your right knee, bending it, lifting the left knee off the floor, twirling it around the right one. We've been here before. You're going to keep your hands on the floor and see if you can make little circles with your knees. Trying to keep your lower back in the floor. As you see, my shoulders want to come off the floor. That's perfectly fine. Just keep on circling. We're slowly activating the lower belly. Now, because with me now I'm feeling it's pulling my toes, so I can't really completely do the movement. So then get the toes away from there. And just, instead of eagle pose, just keep your knees on top of each other. Perfectly fine option if that helps you to circle around better. Moving to the other side. Just circling around. Really slowly feeling your abs. And again, we're gonna do the poses a little longer so you really feel them. And try to keep breathing your nice deep breaths. Putting the legs down, stretching them out again. Now it's the left one that comes up, the right that twirls around it. If it works. If it doesn't, then just keep the knees together. I'm going to try first. Keeping your hands in the floor, pushing them into the floor, making circles one way. Nice, circling around, contracting your core, and you're lifting your legs up, feeling your lower back in the floor. Nice deep breaths. And then the other way around. Probably already feeling your core. I definitely am. And then coming back to the middle. If you aren't feeling your core, try to intensify the pose next time that you're going through this flow again. Now, see if you can stretch both legs out again, relaxing the arms still. We're gonna lift the right leg up to the sky and just holding it here. Breathing out, bringing it down. Breathing in, lifting the left up. Breathing out, down. And lifting the right. This time holding it here. Pushing your heel to the skies, your toes to your face. And just trying to stretch it out, hold it here. If it's a little bit more there, that's fine. But if you can, really try to keep it in the middle. Nice deep breath. This is actually a warrior 3, just on your back. Now we're going to put a little extra element to it. Lift the left leg up. Because normally in warrior 2, that's what you would do to right. Wow. That's what you would do as well, is to lift the leg up. So the right one is pushing into the floor, this time into the ceiling, and the left one is pushing to the back of the room. And then slowly bring both legs down. Relax. See if you can feel the difference between left and right. Feel the nice sensations in your hips, maybe your calves. Moving to the other side, breathing in, lifting the left leg up. First holding here, just pushing your heel up to the sky, toes towards your face. trying to pull the leg as close to you as possible, but we're not using our hands. We're just doing this with the power of the leg. Because this is exactly what's happening when you're pushing into the floor as well, really trying to contract the whole leg. And then see if you can lift the right one up as well. Still relaxing the face, nice deep breaths, and contracting the core. So we're really sure that it's not your lower back that's crunching now. Focusing on your breath. And breathing out down. Now see if you can lift both legs up to the sky, pushing the heels to the sky. And then just stretch the arms out, just holding it here. Feeling your core. My legs are shaking, as you can see. And then bringing the knees in, giving yourself a big hug. And if you've been to my classes, you probably know when we're rolling up and down, it's because we want to come into a stand at once, but really take your time to roll back and forward a couple of times. And then from here, we're gonna come to stand. Ta-da! Also something nice to practice at home. All right, then today, like I said, no flowing, no vinyasas. We're just gonna focus on our strength part. So breathing in, stretching the arms up, breathing out, moving the butt back, coming in your chair pose. Now, nice moments to focus on the chair pose. Some people like to put the legs together. Others keep them a little hip width apart. If this is still not a comfortable pose, because I have some CrossFitters that hate this pose, make your step a little bigger, come into more of a squat, perfectly fine. Choose an option that works for you, that is not hurting your knee, but really working your glutes and your upper legs, holding it here. Breathing in, stretching up, lifting the right leg up. Breathe out, push it to the back. Breathing and elongating, staying here. Nice deep breaths in your high lunge. Trying to push the right hip forward and the left back so they're still in line. Trying to stretch the back leg. Knee is never over the toe and it's not collapsing in. I'd rather have it collapsing outward than in, but try to point it straight forward. Breathing in, elongating. Breathing out, opening to your warrior two. Now, I'm gonna turn. So, see? Learning to work with the camera. So the left leg is forward, so I'm here, yes. Breathing out, opening to warrior two. Holding it here. Again, checking if the knee is not over the toe, if it's not collapsing inward. Just staying here. Now we're gonna work on opening the shoulders while we're strengthening the legs. So the hands go in the back. Maybe you're grabbing your elbows. Maybe if it's possible, you can bring your hands, and you are all standing in the warrior two pose, right? I'm just demonstrating, opening it up. As you see what's happening, my back wants to round up. Push it back again in your pose. Staying here, opening the shoulders up. I'm already out of breath. I hope you still can hear me nice and clear. Contract your glutes. Hold it here. Very nice. Breathing in, opening the arms up, stretching it out. Now we're going to look at the front hand and come to the front of the mat. Breathing in, stretching up again. Breathing out, moving the butt back. Coming in your chair pose. Lifting the chest up, stretching the arms out. If it's too much for the arms, you can always bring them in. That's perfectly fine. Or, like I said, stretching them out. Very nice. Lifting the chest up. We're just warming up in our chair. See if you can check if you can see your toes. If that's the case, maybe you can move the butt back and even lower. Lifting the chest up again. Breathing out, coming up. Breathing in, lifting the left leg up. Breathing out, putting it to the back. Breathing in, stretching the arms up. Nice, elongated arms. Low shoulders, just holding it here. Already working a little bit on our balance. Contract your glutes. Again, the hips, as you see, this is also my point of attention, is to push the left hip forward, right hip down. And then opening up. Warrior two. Going for the hands in the back again. So maybe, I'm going to turn around so you can see it again. It's prayer pose. Maybe it's just grabbing your elbows. Anything that works for you. Nice deep breaths here. Really push it out of your feet. It's active legs. I can very easily hang in my hip here, but that's definitely not what we want. You want to keep the legs strong. One last deep breath here. And then we're stretching the arms out, looking at the front hand, stepping forward again. Breathing in, stretching the arms up. Breathing out, coming in your chair pose again. Again, it's just a hold. Moving the butt back, maybe a little lower, lifting the chest up. Just that, nothing more. And then breathing in, lifting the right leg up, putting it to the back, stretching the arms up to the sky. Bringing it to heart, opening the chest up, moving forward, right elbow, left knee, elbow, did you hear that? Open, twisting to the left. Finally seeing the yoga teacher sweat and feel what she's doing to us, right? I'm glad I can join you guys. Again, we're still putting our attention into pushing our feet into the floor, pushing the inner thighs together, trying to get the right hip forward and the left hip to the back. Breathing in, coming up, breathing out, opening to warrior two. You're going to stay here, breathe in, open the chest up. Now this time we're going to take it again a step further. So the right hand goes on top, left one goes down, and you try to get your hand in a bind behind you. If this is too much, you can grab a towel or a sock, anything that works to help you open up. And it's more the upper hand, the right hand. We want to push the elbow to the sky and to the back, then pulling the left one. Because this is where we want to open, where the right hand is now. Pushing the elbow to the back, to the sky. Hard place to breathe, but we're still trying. Breathing in, opening up, stepping to the front of the mat. Stretching up to the sky. Breathe out in your chair pose. So lifting up, stretching up, opening the chest, pushing the butt back. Activating the legs that we're going to use in our peak pose. Breathing in, lifting the left leg up, putting it to the back. Breathing out, opening up to your warrior two. Oh, no, forgot. High lunge, hands to heart. Open the chest up. Breathe out down, left elbow, right knee. Elongating the back. Stretching it out. Really trying to contract the glute. Hold it here. Nice, deep breaths. And if you want, if you've been to my classes before, and it's an option for you, you can of course open the arms up. But I'm on purposely not giving that option always. Keep on your twist. I'm just explaining. Don't want my face to point the other side when I'm explaining. Because I want to focus you to focus on the twist. That's the most important part. Opening the hands up can diverse you from that. Breathe out, open to warrior two. Again, putting the hands in the back. Lifting the left one up to the sky. Putting it in between the shoulder blades. With the right hand, grabbing the left maybe, maybe not. Holding it here. So sometimes it's good to not do the advanced option, but focus on really intensifying and making the option that you have better. Nice, deep breaths. And breathing in, coming back to the middle, stretching the arms out, looking to the front hand, stepping to the front of the mat. Breathing in, lifting up, breathing out, moving the butt back. Hands come to heart, opening the chest up now. It's right elbow, left knee, holding it here. Again, there is an option here to open your hands up, but I'd rather have you to have your knees in one line. So the right knee wants to come forward. You push it in line, the knees are back, and your twist is nice and intense. So really elongated back and stretching the back out. Breathing in, coming to the middle, lifting the right leg up, breathing out, putting it to the back. Breathe in, stretch up. And this time, breathe out immediately. Open up to your warrior two. Now we already opened the shoulders up a little. We're going to work on the hips. So see if you can breathe out. Pointing the left foot a little bit to the side, so there's room for you to open to the side, maybe even coming on your heel, lifting the toe. Breathing out, moving to the other side. From one side to the other. And please see if you can make your step big so that your knee doesn't come over your toe too much. And also here, your knee is not collapsing inward. It's still opening up to the outside. And if you can't come as deep, that is perfectly fine. Lifting the chest up, moving from one side to the other. Then we're going to keep it at the left. See if you can put your left hand in the back, right hand as well. Grab it in the back, still trying to open up. If this is too much, the hand can come on the floor, opening the right hand up to the sky, pushing out of the left. And coming back to your warrior two, looking at the front of the mat, coming to the front. Moving to the other side, breathing in, stretching up, breathing out, chair pose. Breathe in, lift the chest up, breathe out, hands hands to heart. Breathing in, opening the chest, left elbow, right knee for your twist. Elongating the back. Really sitting down in the chair. Check your knees again if one is not over the other. And then nice, deep, elongated breaths. Breathing in, coming back to the middle. Lifting the right leg up. Putting it to the back. Sorry, no. Left leg to the back. Opening up to your warrior two. So the right leg is in front now. Opening the chest up again. We're going to move from side to side again. So see if, I'd rather have your step to be too big than too small, because then you're just going to go down, open up to the side, to the other. Hands can be anywhere that's working for you. If this is too much, you can of course put them on the floor as well, but still try to keep opening your chest up. Slowly, slowly, moving from side to side. And then we're meeting at the right side, where you can put your hands on the floor. Open the left one up to the sky while you're pushing the right into the floor. Or left hand goes in the back, right one grabs it in the back, opening the chest up. I will show it the other way around, so you can see what's happening in the back. So we're grabbing it in the bind with the knee in between. First to the front, then collapsing into the back. Breathing in, coming up again. Warrior two, looking at the front hand, stepping forward. Relaxing the arms down. We're going to breathe in, open the chest up. Breathe out, put your chin to your chest, rolling down vertebra by vertebra. So my heart rate is a little high now. But this is the perfect time to slow it down, because we're going to stay here, just moving the arms from left to right. Just hanging out here. Maybe holding it still or even grabbing your elbows. All fine options. And then vertebra by vertebra, we're going to roll up again. Coming up. Breathing in, stretching the arms up. Breathing out, lifting the right leg up. Pushing it to the back, coming in your high lunge. Now, we did the warrior three on the floor. Now we're going to do it, I am warming up, yay. We're going to now move to our warrior three standing. So, see if you can put your weight in the left leg and then lifting the right leg up, pushing it to the back. Again, arms can be to the back, to the side, stretching out. Try to keep your hips squared, so they want to open up, but we're keeping them in one line. Pushing the back leg to the back, stretching the arms out. Again, maybe there to the side, maybe there to the back, holding on here. Nice deep breaths, contract your core. That's what's helping you here. That's why we did it in the beginning. Breathing out gently, putting it to the back, breathing in, stretching up, looking at the front, stepping to the front, hands to heart. Hands go down, and then we're going to put the chin to the chest again, rolling down vertebra by vertebra. Taking your time here to go down. Keep your belly contracted till you're halfway.
So even when we're rolling down, you're still using it. Now see if you can grab your upper legs, your big toes, your ankles, whatever works for you. Breathing in, elongating. Breathing out, bringing your head down to the floor. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, move down. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of the leg. We're just gonna hold it here. And slowly letting go. Vertebra by vertebra. Rolling. Taking your time. I did it way too fast. So take your time to roll up. Breathing in, stretching the arms up. Lifting the left leg up. Pushing it to the back. High lunge. Very nice. Weight in the front leg. And then see if you can come to your warrior three again. Really keeping the legs stretched, not locked. So locked is this, where I'm pulling my knee in and it's maybe even hurting my knee. The little bend is perfectly fine, but really feel your right foot pushing into the floor. Then the arms, of course, can be anywhere that works for you, keeping that hip closed. If you're shaking, that's fine. I'm shaking too. This is not an easy pose. Contracting the whole back body. And then slowly coming into your high lunge again. Stepping forward, hands come down. Relaxing the arms down. We're gonna breathe in, open the chest. And breathe out slowly, slowly. Moving down to the floor. Rolling down, down, down. And then slowly coming back up again. Going for our last part of our standing sequence. Breathing in, stretching up. Lifting the right leg up again. Putting it to the back. Elongating. Now again, we're going to put our weight in the front leg. Coming forward into your warrior three, then the hands go down. Now this is a really difficult pose for me because my hip wants to open up, but I'm keeping them in line. And with me it works to almost try to help my hip, left hip, to pull it to the back. But if you can do that imaginary, that's perfectly fine. Pushing your back leg to the back of the room, and I know it's very tempting to want to get it as high as possible, but we want to keep the hips square and stretch it out. Both hands can be on the floor. If you feel like you can do more, maybe you can grab with one hand your ankle, maybe with the other, maybe not. Yogi's choice. Just trying to stay here, stretching the leg out, holding it here, and then slowly, slowly coming back into your high lunge again. Stepping forward, arms go down. We're going to roll down to the floor one more time. Breathing and opening the chest up, and then chin to the chest. Vertebra by vertebra. Going to the floor. I wouldn't say it for a yoga teacher, but I don't have a lot of patience, so going down quickly is so much easier for me than taking the time to actually roll down, and then vertebra by vertebra, really pushing your feet into the floor, rolling back up until you're in a stand again. Breathing in, stretching the arms up, lifting the left leg up, putting it to the back, elongating, putting your weight into your front leg, coming into your warrior three again, and then the hands go down on the floor. Keeping the hips squared. Again, I'm pulling my right hip a little bit to the side so I really can feel that both hips are pointing to the floor. And then maybe both hands are down and staying there. Maybe with one hand grabbing the ankle. Maybe with the other. Trying to get your body closer to the leg. Stretching the left leg out. Okay, just holding it here. Sometimes falling out of the pose, which is perfectly fine. And then from here, slowly, slowly, coming here, high lunge again, stretching up, and stepping forward to the front of the mat. Now you can stay in front. If you've been to the vinyasa classes, this is a familiar part because we're gonna go down to the floor, breathing in, stretching up, breathing out, hands in front of you, breathing, come on your toes. And then again, testing the yoga teacher's patience, see if you can, as slow as you can, move down to the floor. Nice and slow. I'm going to show it from the side as well, because then you can see that I'm trying to keep my back elongated, pushing my butt to the back, so the weight of my body is still in the back. Sometimes falling out of it, trying to lift the hips as high as possible, and then coming, oh, shaky shake, all the way down. Staying here. I'm going to give it to you in steps again, because we did it before in our warrior. Now we're going to do it on our toes. Putting the right hand in the middle, opening the left one up to the sky, opening the chest up. You can hold it here, or if you want, and you can do more, see if you can put the right hand on your right butt, but your elbow is still on the inside of the knee. And then the left hand goes to the back, grabs it. Ooh, like this. Holding it here, opening the left shoulder up. And then coming back to the middle. Moving to the other side. Putting the left hand in the middle. Opening the right one up to the sky. And if you want more, now I'm going to show it from the side. Hopefully that helps. So that my elbow stays on the inside of the left knee, my left hand goes on my butt. Right hand goes in the back. Ah, that can happen too, and it's perfectly fine. Grabbing. Maybe I always like to believe I have strong, big biceps, and that's why this pose is so hard, and grabbing my hands in the back. And then slowly, if you didn't fall down, come back to the middle. Coming into a seated position. Now, I'm gonna, first before we go to a peak pose, I'm gonna give an alternative where you can still work on opening the shoulder up without going all the way on your head. So stretching the left leg out, right leg is close to you. Then we're gonna put the left hand on the floor, right hand stretches out to the sky, comes in front of you, and then again, just like we did before, it's the right elbow on the inside, putting it on the left leg with the left hand grabbing it, opening up. So if you don't want to get into our peak pose, this is a perfect option. If you do want to get in our peak pose, but you still want to practice the opening up more, also perfectly fine.
Moving to the other side. First opening the chest up, pushing your chest up to the sky. Relaxing the head to the back. Coming to the middle again. Doing the other side. So now the right leg is stretched out. Left leg is closed. Right hand on the floor. Breathing in, lifting the left arm up. Moving it forward as much as possible. Then the left hand comes on your left butt. And the right hand grabs it in the back. Opening up. Holding it here. And slowly coming back to the middle. Now, we're going to try to go to our peak pose. So, if you don't want to go to the peak pose, you can keep on practicing what we just did, or just practicing the chair pose. I'm going to give the easier option first. To the hands, opening up, left elbow, right knee, just like we did before, elongating the spine, opening the shoulders up, and then maybe trying to lift your left leg up. So this is the option if you don't want to, if you still want to practice your balance but don't want to get in the peak pose, then you can do the same on the other side. If you do want to go in the peak pose, we're going to come back on our toes again, putting the right hand in the middle, opening the left one up to the sky. Then again, with the grabbing, the left hand goes in the back, right elbow stays on the inside of the right knee, and then the right hand goes on the back. Grabbing the hands. Now this is a little bit of the squirmy part because you want to get your left foot flat on the floor so you can lift your right one up to the sky. You have to have something to push off on. And this is a lot of ankle flexibility, really pushing the foot into the floor, slowly, slowly, lifting up. And then trying to get your belly close to your upper leg. Lower belly close to the upper leg. Holding it here. You see my ankle is constantly trying to adjust. That's perfectly fine. And then slowly coming back. Maybe going into a seated version of it. Alright. Maybe a nice twist to the sides before we move to the other side. Again, coming back to the middle, putting the left hand in the middle, opening the right one up to the sky, and then see if you can put your left hand, the left elbow is still on the inside of the knee, the left hand is on the butt, right hand goes in the back, grabbing it, and then getting the right foot on the floor, and slowly, slowly pushing yourself up into a step. And maybe it takes a while. That's okay. And please let go of your hands if you feel like you're falling, because we want the hands to hit the floor, not your pretty face. Because I know I would be too stubborn to let my hands go, trying to hold on for dear life. And then slowly working your way back into that seated position again. I'm going to try to show it to you one more time before actually giving up. So, from here, you're in a bended position. See if you can bend the leg. Bring this one forward. Coming down. I hope you have a little bit of laugh as well, practicing it. And as you can see, it doesn't have to be perfect, as long as we're trying, right? Now let's relax down on our backs. We did a lot of forward bends.
So let's go for a nice twist. Opening the arms up, pulling the knees close to you. Maybe you want to go into that eagle bind again. Maybe not. Putting the legs down on one side. Trying to keep the shoulders on the floor. And trying to deepen the breath again. Moving to the middle. And then to the right. Holding it here. Neutralizing the spine. And slowly coming back to the middle. Stretching the legs out. Stretching the arms out. Now while you're on the floor, relaxing, I'm gonna already sit up. And thank you for letting me in your homes again. And I hope to see you soon in the studio. But if not, hang on and try to make the best of it. We are definitely, and namaste. Now keep on being on your backs, closing the eyes, relaxing down, focusing on your own breath. And just try to stay here for 5 minutes. Just feeling the sensations in your body, and every time you get distracted, just try to go back to your normal breath.